So beautiful sitting together in silence, the storm raging around us. It's really precious to have these meetings, because we can always find that space of refuge within ourselves, that silence, whatever is swirling around. But to somehow find it together, it's just very precious. So I'm honored to be here, be a part of this collective silence. It's really silence I want to speak about, because that's the very simple message from Ramana, who lived a very simple life, but also from Papaji, whose life was quite complicated. The time he lived in, the fact that he was a householder, the fact that he ran an engineering company. And your lives are complicated. Our lives are complicated. It's complicated times. And yet still this very simple message, this call to this space of refuge within each of us is present here for us, regardless of our times or diapers. And that's so important. You know, I was speaking to somebody today and I realized that this message, it's going to get worse. Prepare for it to get worse. It's going to get worse. While coming from the best intentions, and maybe it is going to get much worse. Still, what I've noticed in my travels is everybody is like this. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. And in that, just really overlooking what's untouched by better or worse. And in fact, what worse can even drive you into deeper. So I would really invite all of us here to forget about the future and what it's going to get, better or worse. But the collective trance right now is it's going to get worse. You know, a few years ago, it's going to always be better, better, better. So it just flips back and forth. And in this moment, I'm just open to whatever it's going to get. What is it right now? In the core of your being. This heart of space, where all the phenomena of how it is, how it's going to get, how it was, how it should get, what I did, it's just swirling around like a storm. An expected or unexpected storm. And at the core, there's the silence. Silence that is love. Silence that is peace. Silence that is who you are. Silent awareness that your body has appeared in, that events of your life, events of history have appeared in, and yet the silence remains at peace, in love, and conscious of itself. Not silence as a lack of, silence as filled with itself, so much of itself that there's nothing else. So I celebrate that in each of you, in all of us. And I recommend it as a point of discovery. It's a point of inquiry, rather than how it's going to get. Because it seems like one of the great legitimate messages of this time is you can't really prepare for it. I was talking to someone in a smaller group, and she's one of these people who's lost her entire savings, and even lost it to, what's his name? Madoff stole it from her. And you know, I gave her my condolences. It's never good news to lose your entire savings, of course, or to lose anything. It's not good news. And she was really beautiful. She said it's only shown her what can't be lost. And she quoted this Zen poem about my house burned down and I could see the moon. And she was speaking from experience, not from just memorizing a Zen poem to quote. So the truth is, for each of us, we don't know what's coming, except we know finally all is lost. Death comes. And to know that in the sense of meeting it, then we stop being worried about it. We stop quaking about it. We stop trying to stash something that can protect us from death, that we can take with us in the other world. We open and we discover this space, conscious space, aware of itself, in love and at peace. So sitting here with you, I could really feel that collectively. And again, I thank you for coming into that from the storm. And I encourage you and support you to live from that consciously. You do live from that. Without that, you don't exist. But to consciously live from that is to realize yourself. And this is Ramana's invitation. It's Papaji's proof, and it's the call for you to prove it. So then your contribution to this bigger collective pool is a contribution of peace and silence, rather than, oh my God, rather than getting lost in phenomena. Sometimes we get lost in brilliant phenomena, and sometimes we get lost in horrific phenomena. But at any moment, we can return to the phenomenal-less spaciousness of being. And that's satsang. That's my very simple message to you. I'm not here to help you fix anything, although I'm not against fixing anything. Fix what you can fix. But my role in your life is to point you to what is already free, at peace, and silent. And in that spirit, I welcome you again.